And welcome to the Saturday edition of This Day. It is April 4th, and I'm not just sitting because it's Saturday. Frankly, I could use the break. I'm going to try to relax today. Speaking of that, City of Laguna Woods Mayor Annie McCary is going to be here, but I'm not interviewing her. Bree's going to be interviewing her. I'll go in the lounge and lay down, take a nice little nap. I'll come back at the end of the show, and I'll talk more about what's going on in our weather and all that kind of stuff. But Annie's going to be here, and Bree's going to be talking to her for the portion of the show. Right now, though, we want to keep you informed, and we're talking Easter feast. It's happening, folks. Happy Easter to everybody for tomorrow. Is going to be celebrating. You can break bread with neighbors, friends, and family at the Clubhouse 5 Easter Buffet. Of course, tomorrow, 1 p.m. The menu features prime rib, Cornish game ham, cold poached salmon, fresh fruit, seafood salad, Greek salad, scalloped potatoes, green beans, I don't like green beans, rolls in butter, yum. Tickets are still for sale over at Clubhouse 5, and they are $39 for adults and $19.50 for kids ages 6 through 10. No charge for kids under 5. They don't eat anyway. They just run around, making a lot of noise, scream around, talk about the Easter candy and eggs. For more information, call over at the Recreation Department number, and emails on your screen there. Let's take a quick check of our weather before we get on to other greater things. And we got a great Easter weekend weather-wise for sure. We are in the low 80s today and 80 degrees on Easter Sunday. Then we begin to cool off for the work week as we get 73, 73, and 71 on Wednesday. But mostly sunny for most of the day, so pretty nice weather. Let's take a look at the sunrise sunset shot. We got a beautiful one for you today. Look at these tall, beautiful trees over in San Mateo, California. Thank you very much, Marilyn Ponce de Leon, for sending us this picture. Very beautiful. Sunrise this morning was 6:34. Sunset tonight is going to be 7:13. If you have a picture you'd like to send us, we'd love to see it. Please email us. Laguna Woods Village TV @gmail.com is the email address. Make sure you include your name, where you took the picture, and we will use it in our sunrise sunset segment. Okay, Bree's going to be here after the break talking to the mayor of Laguna Woods, our very own Annie McCary. Stay with us.
Your eyes let you see the world, every smile, every sunset, every moment.
At Harvard Eye Associates, our team of specialists is here to protect your vision.
From cataracts and glaucoma to retina and cornea care, we offer the latest treatments with a compassionate touch.
For over 50 years, you've trusted us with your eyes. We're honored to care for them for years to come.
Harvard Eye Associates, the future of vision today.
The Laguna Woods History Center, the only purpose-built local history archive in Orange County, has been capturing the legacy of our community since 1977. As a nonprofit dedicated to preserving today for tomorrow, we collect, conserve, and share the history of Laguna Woods Village, the city of Laguna Woods, and the surrounding Orange County region. Step into the past and connect with the present at your community archive. Whether you're curious about local milestones, searching for historical documents, or exploring treasured artifacts, the History Center is your gateway to the stories that shape Laguna Woods. The Laguna Woods History Center is a separate building adjacent to the Village Library. We are open Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. or by appointment. Visit us and find your place in history.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. I'm so excited. I've got Mayor Annie McCary here with me, City of Laguna Woods Mayor. Congratulations on all of your accomplishments. We were just talking before the segment started, and Annie is just a little powerhouse here. So I'm excited to have you here on the show with me today.
Well, thank you. I'm really delighted to be here on behalf of the City of Laguna Woods.
Well, we're going to take up the full 20 minutes for your time. You've got 5 topics that you want to cover. I'll just go over those briefly. Wildlife Feeding Ordinance, Commercial Objective Design Standards Project, Household Document Shredding. That's something that some of us may not have thought about. And you've also got notary services. And lastly, we've got OC Public Library Laguna Woods update. So with that, Annie, why don't we just launch by talking about the wildlife feeding ordinance? I know this is top of mind for a lot of the residents here.
Yeah, and the city voted, and beginning April 1st of this year, the ordinance will take effect. The council voted on and agreed to an ordinance about wildlife. And for people who are not familiar with what an ordinance really is, it's actually a local law that sets some guidelines for feeding wildlife.
Okay.
So the ordinance was adopted by the City Council March 18th. And as I mentioned earlier, it becomes effective April. And what this ordinance will do is prohibit any action reasonably likely to provide sustenance for coyotes, rodents, vermin, and other wildlife, such as, and to give us some examples of some of the things that is prohibiting, leaving food out. However well-meaning that is, it is prohibited to leave food out, whether it's for squirrels or whether it's for rabbits or whatever. Leaving food out, it will be against the ordinance. Directly providing food to wildlife, poorly maintained bird feeders, and falling or decaying fruit. These are some of the things that the ordinance does address.
Yes, well, all of those we know. You're probably going to cover this, but from the ground up, right?
Yes, absolutely. And basically, what the ordinance is really focusing on is we do not need to feed wildlife. And there are a lot of reasons why it's actually illegal, including coyotes and other predators follow their prey to food sources. Feeding one feeds all. And that's something that we really need to drive home when you feed one, because the wildlife, they follow the prey. Whether it's a coyote, whether it's a squirrel or rabbit or whatever, they follow the food source. So the ordinance will include not feeding the wildlife, and it goes into some of the reasons why feeding wildlife is illegal. Feeding wildlife draws them closer, which increases the spread of certain diseases like typhus, plague, and other human illness. And sometimes we don't think of that when we're feeling compassionate for the rodents, but they do carry diseases, and if they bite or nick, or sometimes even in their dropping, can be a source of certain diseases in humans.
That's definitely something that we don't really think about. Or it's possible that your own pet could somehow get in contact with those diseases, right?
Exactly. And you think about your little dog walking along the sidewalk and they sniff some coyote feces or some rat feces or something like that. And the other thing is, human food is not healthy for wildlife. They need their natural diet, not our diet. Wild animals like wild food. That's what we always like to convey.
As cute as those little faces are, they're pretty irresistible, but resist the temptation.
Exactly. And what our ordinance also, there's information to report any activity, any actively feeding wildlife. There is a number that you can call to report feeding of wildlife, because it might sound, we're not encouraging people to rat on their neighbor, but we are encouraging people to report. It is a legal activity now, so there is a number that you can call to report any feeding of wildlife.
Well, you know, Annie, I find it a little bit difficult as it is to keep the rodents out of new plantings. Just yesterday I was watering my plants on my deck and a rodent had dug in. So it's hard enough to keep them away, let alone if you leave any type of food out or if a tree is dropping fruits, right?
Yes, exactly. And they follow that food source. And if one sees one following the food source, it attracts another one of its kind. So if they're rats, then the rats will follow the trail of the rat.
Very important.
To any residents to report any actively feeding wildlife to the number that's on the screen, which is 949-497-0701, and then just press the 0. This is not a number where there's an active conversation. It's not a live number where you can have a conversation with someone. If you do need a phone call back, then we encourage you to leave your contact information and someone from wildlife or animal control will return your phone call.
Right. Alternatively, they can go to coyotes at lagunabeachcity.net.
Yes,
and
that's
send them an email.
send the email, and that goes directly to the Laguna Beach Animal Control.
And would you recommend, if it's possible at a distance, if somebody could take a picture of where the coyote sighting is so that they can send the location to the Laguna Beach Department?
There is certainly on the website, taking of photos. If you are a distance away from a coyote, we certainly don't encourage people to get close enough to a coyote. But if there's from a distance and you have your phone with you, that certainly is an option. It's not something that we would promote because you might need to get close enough to them. But if you do have a snapshot, and you can upload that to the website.
Right. Okay. Great. All right. Do you want to move on to commercial objective design standards?
Yes, we do. Let's talk a little bit about what commercial objective design standards are. And so objective design standards are clear, measurable rules that guide how new buildings should look and fit in the community. They cover things like height, rooftop materials, windows, and landscaping, ensuring consistent and predictable decisions. Unlike subjective review, these standards do not rely on personal opinions. They give residents and builders clear expectations, fewer surprises, and fair approval processes while protecting Laguna Woods' character and visual quality. And if you go around the city of Laguna Woods, you can see there's a specific design for the buildings and the businesses, and we want to maintain that. We haven't had written standards up until now, but with some new construction going on, the City Council and the residents of the city of Laguna Woods has decided that we want to maintain a specific design and some specific standards for any new construction that's going to be going on in the city.
Absolutely. You don't want a modern masterpiece coming in, do you?
Exactly.
It might kind of ruin the feng shui of the community a little bit.
Absolutely. So this is what they create, commercial objective design standards, and why we created them. And again, as I said earlier, to guide the future constructions and renovations of commercial properties, such as any new businesses or gas stations or office buildings and shopping centers, so that they follow that design. And it's also to create design standards for characteristics such as accessibility, landscaping, lighting, parking and bicycle, pedestrian and vehicle access, as well as building design characteristics such as articulation, height, massing material, and roof form. So you can see there's a lot that's going into this new design standard that we actually voted on already.
Yeah. Well, it definitely is going to take a lot of the guesswork out of new projects, new construction, and it sort of levels the playing field, right?
Exactly.
And so that everybody has to stay within this umbrella of design.
Yeah, and actually it takes almost all the guesswork out of it. So commercial objective design standards, what is the preferred style? We actually had a couple of community meetings where people from the community came and gave some input into some specific designs for any new buildings or construction going on. A single architectural style that blends Mission Rival and Spanish Rival elements with, it seems like Mission Rival as a primary foundation. And as you can see on the screen, the Mission Rival as in Clubhouse 2, and then the Spanish Rival Revival is one that's in another area outside of the city of Laguna Woods. But these are the two preferred designs that came out of the meeting.
They're pretty similar. They've got a lot of arches, and of course with the terracotta tile roofs, the barrel roofs. And
yes, and that seemed to be the majority of what people really wanted to continue as a style.
It's really a timeless style,
it
right?
Is.
It sort of transcends generations and time.
Exactly. So how to get involved? We did have one meeting, and that meeting is televised. If you can watch the February 24th City Council meeting, and that's on our website. Look for notices of public review draft, and in the comment period, we open it up for additional comments. And you can sign up for email notifications at www.cityoflagunawoods.org and sign up for our email notifications. That way, you will be aware and informed of what is going on with the design standards for the city.
Right, right. I've noticed a couple of the gas stations down the street have been getting a little facelift. Well, one was torn down to the ground.
Yeah, one was torn down to the ground. The Shell station, it's a little bit deviated. We didn't have the actual design standards in place when they applied for their updates. So the Shell station is the one kind of off design.
Right, right. It is actually a little bit more modern.
Yeah,
Isn't
it
it?
is.
Yeah. And then what's going on with the one across the street there? Is that
The one
Exxon?
across the one across the street is they're doing some upgrades. They're not changing their design because they have the standard design that's consistent with Laguna Woods, and so they're just doing some upgrades. They're removing that mechanic station from there and just doing some underground updates and making it more accessible so that it's easier to access. I think there's like 4 entryways into it. It's going to end up being maybe 2 entryways. So just making it a little bit more easier for the flow of traffic to get in and out of it. But it will still have that familiar Laguna Woods design.
Fantastic. Is there any new building permits being issued?
As of now, we have not gotten any. So,
Okay. Well, we always like advancements in construction, right?
yeah, absolutely, we do.
So if anybody needs some document shredding, there's a service for that.
Absolutely. The city offers free document shredding for all residents in the city of Laguna Woods. They're able to schedule an appointment. It's not a walk-in, but you can schedule an appointment to drop off personal documents at the city for shredding. Documents are not shredded on site, but they are stored in a locked container until shredded by National Association for Information Destruction. They come to the city, pick up the documents, and they take them to a separate facility to be shredded. Again, it's free for Laguna Woods residents. You do need to make an appointment to come in and drop your documents off.
And just for security purposes, you did mention, but we'll mention it again, the documents do go into a locked container.
They go
So
into a locked container.
People don't have to worry about identity theft.
Exactly, and actually I just completed all of my tax documents, so I had some old tax documents that I brought in and put them into the locked container. So it is safe, and it's not where the public can have access, which is why you need an appointment to come in and drop your documents off.
Okay, interesting.
And again, you can call the City Hall at 949-639-0500, and someone will schedule an appointment for you.
It's a great service to have. Not everybody has a shredder in their house.
Not everybody, and I certainly don't, and it's certainly nice to
Well,
be.
you kind of only use it once a year, right?
But you know, I bring like my old bank statements. I still get a lot of bank statements via the mail. So
Okay.
a lot of documents that I get, I'm able to bring them in and put them in the shredder for safe shredding.
It's a fantastic service to have. Speaking of services, you've also got notary services.
We have notary service. A lot of residents are surprised to know that. So I'm really happy that we provide so many services for our
I
residents in the
know.
city of
You don't
Laguna
have to
Woods.
leave. You have to leave this community at all for anything.
Drive down to City Hall and we're at your service. So notary
fantastic.
service and foreign pension acknowledgments, that's something that people are not familiar with. So a lot of our residents are from foreign countries and they may have documents. And so we can also notarize those as well. So appointments are available on most weekdays in the afternoon. Most services are provided free for Laguna Woods residents. And to schedule an appointment, please call City Hall at 949-639-0500, or you can go online and visit the City of Laguna Woods, www.cityoflagunawoods.org. And you can get some clarification on that notary services, foreign and pension acknowledgement. So again, which is why you need to call an appointment and appointment with a notary so that they can give you clarification on what specific documents that we can notarize.
Fantastic. Well, good to know that that service is there if needed as well.
Absolutely, yeah. We provide a lot of services for our
I
residents.
love it. It's fantastic. And yet more services, public library.
The library has been a big hit for our Laguna Woods residents. The attendance at the
those
library, look at the numbers. Attendance 30,909. That's over 2,000 more than the previous year. And we look at the materials that are checked out.
Wow,
And
look at that increase.
we had the ability to communicate with other libraries. And so if there is a book or a document that you want and it's not at the local library here, there is a interlibrary loan request that you can fill out. And the librarians at the library will be able to assist with that as well.
Now that number has decreased a little bit, so maybe residents forgot that that was available to them as well.
Yeah, interlibrary, because we have so many documents already available. And so if it's, and I do believe that if it's a frequent request, then the library will actually keep that particular item in stock so that we don't have to do the interlibrary loan.
Fantastic. Well, I guess then we want that number to decrease.
Absolutely. And you know, this library is new, and it is being utilized very, very frequently by our residents.
Yes, I know we promote it a lot in the warmer months, and we're telling residents to go to the library because it's cool, air conditioned, and they may not want to run the air conditioning in their private homes.
Absolutely, and there are conference rooms, or there is a room available. I know oftentimes the book club will meet there, so it's available and it's directly across from City Hall.
And that we should touch on the computer usage there as well.
Absolutely.
That's also up.
Yeah.
We've got logging in over 2,300 hours.
Yes, absolutely. That's an
So
increase.
there again,
Yeah.
resident might not have a computer at home, needs access
Needs
to one.
access? Or if you have a computer at home and you need some assistance with something, the library associates are there to help as well.
Fantastic. Wow. Again, not much here that you guys haven't thought of.
These are just some of the things that are offered through the library. Crafts, Zen gardening, drop-in stitch group. That meets on Monday mornings from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m.
I love that with the sheep.
Yeah,
Stitch some wool.
Celebrate Earth Day. That's coming up on Wednesday, April 22nd from 10 to 11 a.m. So,
I love this. Make a found objects wind chime.
yeah, a wind chime, you know. People find different little objects and stuff, and you can make a wind chime out of it.
Wow, that's something I would have never thought of.
Yeah, you know, I use little buttons and stuff and
And
you
little
string them up.
keys and-
Yeah,
That's great.
yeah. And whatever you want to do, all materials provided while supplies last, so you can feel free to bring your own objects into the library on that particular day and make your wind chime.
Sounds like a school time class that I would have taken in elementary school. So it's kind of fun to go back and revisit.
Yeah.
You know, just sort of the simple things in life.
Absolutely. And this library, you know, I often see children coming into the library as well.
Oh, you
So,
do?
you know, all ages come in to visit the library. So we have a lot of services going on in our city. So for more information about any of these topics, Laguna Woods City Hall, you can call us at 949-639-050 or visit us at cityhall@cityoflagunawoods.org.
Fantastic. And we've got just about a minute left. Do you want to tell the viewers why you were in Sacramento recently?
Yes, I was in Sacramento recently because I was recognized by Assemblymember Diane Dixon as Woman of the Year for her district. So I had an opportunity to visit the state capitol and to be recognized with over 100 other women, and it was an amazing experience.
Wow. Well, you're an amazing young lady. Thank you so much for joining us today and for all of your accomplishments, and appreciate you being here. Annie McCary, Mayor of Laguna Woods.
Thank you. Thank you very much. My pleasure.
Thank you. You're watching This Day on Village TV. We'll be back after these messages.
I've devoted my career as a physician to one thing: ending cancer. At City of Hope, where more than 1,600 cancer specialists work towards breakthrough discoveries every day, we're beating national cancer survival rates. And though I'm proud to be part of revolutionizing care here in Orange County, what I'm most proud of is giving you hope.
Caring Senior Service provides a variety of care services to help seniors age in place. To learn more about how we can help your family, contact us today.
I don't think we went for the Easter theme on our movie this week, but it's a fun one anyway. You know, there's prizes involved. There's money if you sports gamble. It's 2 for the money, folks. It's stars Al Pacino and Matthew McConaughey. It's brought to us by Advanced Ear Care. It's going to be at 2 p.m. with the subtitles and 6 p.m. without the subtitles. After suffering a career-ending knee injury, a former college football star aligns himself with one of the most renowned scouts in the sports gambling business. And that sounds like it should be kind of fun, gambling, intrigue, all that kind of insiders trading stuff on sports that you hear about, but you don't really get to witness. That's going to be that movie. Sounds like a good one. Let's check our weather for today and the rest of the weekend and into next week. We got nice temperatures today. We're going to top out at 81 degrees today, and then just a tick lower for Easter Sunday, 80 degrees. And then we really cool off by a lot after the high pressure kind of moves out, the Santa Ana moves away, and we get the coastal influence again. We're going to have 73 on Monday, 73 on Tuesday, and 71 degrees on Wednesday. Folks, Monday on the program, we're going to be welcoming old pros as well as the California Club, so stay with us. I'll be here as well. Till then, though, that's going to do it for this edition of This Day. I'm Michael Taylor. For all of us here at Village Television, we hope you make this day a great one.